Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys this 2021 Toyota Venza Limited here. But the question I want to know in today's video is the Venza worth buying? But I would like to give a special thanks to South Dade Toyota for providing with the Toyota Venza. If you're not looking for a Toyota, you can come check out South Dade Toyota and ask for Wilford. He will get you into a new or pre-owned vehicle. But let's start off underneath the hood here of the Toyota Venza. Open up the hood. This has Toyota's 2.5 liter four-cylinder here. This powertrain makes 219 horsepower. It's paired with an eCVT transmission. As the Venza sits here, it weighs 3,900 pounds. Fuel economy, as this vehicle's strong suit, is rated at 40 in the city, 37 on the highway, and 38 combined. Great fuel efficiency. I've been averaging 34.5 miles to the gallon without even trying. This powertrain is just really fuel efficient compared to that old V6 that Toyota used to offer in the previous generation of Venza, which was very thirsty. Compared to that, this powertrain is very fuel efficient. But shading the hood here of the Toyota Venza, let's talk about the exterior styling. I know that Toyota and Lexus are the same company, but if you guys remove the Toyota emblem and put an L, honestly, you wouldn't know that it's a Toyota if you just swapped out the badge. But looking at these headlights here, they're gonna be a full LED with an automatic low and high beam, with an LED turn signal, with an LED daytime running light. And unfortunately, Toyota does not offer fog lights here on this vehicle just yet. Maybe for the next gen, they might offer LED fog lights, but there's a front-facing camera here. Since it's a limited trim, this one is completely fully loaded, but this is missing the Stargaze sunroof here. Unfortunately, I'm still trying to get that review for you guys with the Stargaze sunroof to show you guys how that works. But there is front parking sensors here with some chrome trim here in the front fascia. And of course, you guys know, if you see a blue Toyota emblem, that's letting you know that this vehicle is a full-on hybrid. This also has the Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, so this vehicle does have pre-collision assist with pedestrian detection. But making our way to the side profile here, let's start off with these tires and wheels here. These are a 225/55 tire. The wrapping is 19-inch rim design. I do like the aluminum finish here. This is a Blizzard Pearl exterior color, and the Venza that I'm showing you guys does have a black interior. There's this subtle hybrid badge here on the side fender. There is this LED side mark, and like I just mentioned, this one is missing the Stargaze sunroof. So hopefully when the dealership gets one in stock, I will be able to give you guys a full review, again, showing you guys how that Stargaze sunroof works. And this also has these aluminum painted roof rails. The wheelbase for the Venza is at 105.9 inches with an overall length of 186.6 inches. But let's make our way to the rear of the Toyota Venza. Looking at the rear, let's start out with these taillights here. They're full LED design. The brake light lives up top. There's the Venza badge there. This is a wiper here to keep the rear glass clean. And the third brake light lives up top. There's the Toyota emblem here. There's the Limited with the hybrid badge right there. Looking at the lower part of the bumper here, it's going to be rear parking sensors. There is some chrome trim. And like I mentioned, Toyota, they separated the taillight modules here, so the turn signals and reverse light live here at the lower part of the bumper. And down here, Toyota does throw in dual tip exhaust, just like on the RAV4 hybrid. But looking at the cargo area back here, this is a power opening tailgate. Once you press the button, it opens up. Once it opens up, it reveals 28.8 cubic feet of space. And looking underneath here, Toyota does give you a spare tire instead of a Flex-A-Fat kit. And there's no handle back here to fold down the rear seats, so to go through the back doors in order to fold down the rear seats. And once you fold down the rear seats, it expands the cargo to 55.1 cubic feet of space. Sitting inside the interior of the Toyota Venza Limited here, looking at this interior here, I'm still not a big fan of the Toyota Venza's interior, but I do like this 12.3-inch display. It does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, but you have to use the USB port. There is no wireless capabilities just yet, not for this generation of Venza. But looking here at the key fob here, I like that Toyota has Venza spelled out with this design here in the back of the key fob. But there's a lock, unlock, your trunk release, and a panic button, and there's the Toyota emblem here. The key does feel nice and sturdy in my hands. And you guys know, with hybrid vehicles, it doesn't use the combustion engine to start up the car, but as you guys can see, all the electronics just came on. But looking at the door panel materials here, it's gonna be a nice soft touch material. There's this aluminum door handle here. There is 2-person memory seats. You can also power fold the mirrors in via this control here. Your mirror adjustment controls, it is automatic up, automatic down for all 4 windows. There's some silver painted trim here on the door panel. Nice area here to rest your elbows. Down here is going to be additional storage and cup holder. Your automatic high beam switch, stability control, and there's also this proximity camera here. Once you press it, it does show you around the vehicle here. Unfortunately, the GoPro is not picking it up, but it does show you around the vehicle. So if there's kids playing, you can press this just to be sure of your surroundings. There's a heated steering wheel function, your trunk release. This is a power tilt and telescoping wheel. It does offer a decent amount of range and adjustability. The headlight stock and turn signal stocks are there. Over here's the wind wiper stock. I do like this 3-spoke wheel design. This steering wheel design is looking a little old now because this is the same steering wheel that's off the Toyota Camry. Looking over here, this is the driver's assistance. There is going to be adaptive cruise control with forward collision warning, lane keep assist. Your radio presets are at the bottom. The volume controls and voice command controls are there. There's the Toyota emblem here on the airbag cover. This also has a heads-up display. It does show you nice, crisp, and clear. This area is going to be a nice soft touch ejection molded plastic. This also has the JBL sound system, which sounds pretty good. Looking over here, I showed you guys a Venza video before. That one actually had hard buttons. Since this is a top trim, this does have touch sensitive buttons, which you guys know by now I'm not a fan of touch sensitive buttons. I'm not sure why Toyota didn't just use actual hard buttons. I think that's more simple to use. There's these touch areas here for the fan speed and also with the climate control. This is how you start the vehicle up. There's a large power button, and there's also a wireless phone charger in there, but my iPhone 12 Pro Max does not fit. So if you guys have a large phone like a 12 Pro Max or a Galaxy phone, good luck trying to fit that phone in there because it's not going to fit. There's going to be 2 USB charging ports there. You can also turn the wireless phone charger on and off. There's an electronic parking brake here, an auto hold. There's your drive mode selector here, which shows you normal, sport, and actual eco. So there's only 3 different drive modes here on the Venza. Putting the Venza into reverse, it does reveal a backup camera, also with a top-down 360 view there. It does offer trajectory with distance markers with front and rear parking sensors. Kicking it down here, this does house the eCVT. Over to the left, there's a sport mode in the transmission. Like I mentioned, this does support Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. Going here to the Google Maps, if you guys are wondering, the Apple CarPlay does not take up the whole entire screen. I'm not sure why. Maybe Toyota should do a software update because I wish it would have took up the whole screen here, but there's your climate controls on this side. Just in case you don't want to use the touch sensitive area there, Toyota does display it here, but if you click this right here, all it's going to do is swap it back and forth, so you cannot take up the complete screen here with the Apple CarPlay. So it takes about 8 inches of the screen here. Looking at the dashboard materials, here is going to be a nice leather here on the dashboard with some stitching. There's some aluminum like trim there. Looking at the glove box here, it does offer a decent size there. You can put a couple of items in there if you would like. There's some aluminum trim here on the console area there. There's 2 cup holders here, nice area to rest your elbows. And this Venza, since it's fully loaded in a sense, it does have 3-level heated and cool seats. The cool seats work phenomenal. Right now it's 85 degrees outside, but it feels like it's like 100. It's super hot outside. Above me, there's gonna be LED lights throughout the cabin here. And also there's a rear view camera mirror. So a lot of tech in this car from the heads-up display. I like this nice 12.3-inch display there. Nice leather wrap steering wheel here, of course. The seats in here, they're supportive, they're comfortable, and also like the way that they look really good. But overall, the Venza does have a somewhat of a nice interior. It started to grow me, but I'm still not a big fan of it. But I do like this 12.3-inch display, also with the rear view camera mirror and also with the heads-up display. So this vehicle does offer a lot of tech. Getting back here in the back seat of the Toyota Venza, but first, if you guys are wondering where the battery pack lives, the battery pack lives underneath the rear seat here, so it doesn't eat up the actual cargo area. But getting back here, shutting the door, the materials are going to be carried over from the front to the rear. There's going to be 2 map pockets back here for storage. There's your own set of rear air vents here, and underneath here there's going to be 2 USB ports here, so you can keep the kids connected on a long road trip. The floor back here is not flat, but you can fit 3 people across, and Toyota says you get 37.8 inches of leg room. Putting this down here, it does reveal 2 cup holders and a nice area to rest your elbows. And like I mentioned, there's no Stargaze sunroof here to let light into this cabin. This is a black interior. There's going to be LED lights throughout the whole entire cabin. But overall, the Venza does have a spacious back seat. So starting off in the 2021 Toyota Venza Limited here. Like I mentioned, this one is missing the Stargaze sunroof, guys. I promise you guys, I'm going to get you guys a Venza with a Stargaze sunroof someday. Hopefully, when the dealership gets more of the Venzas in stock here. But let's talk about the Venza here. Toyota brought the Venza back. It's been gone off the U.S. market since 2015. So they brought back for this model year. And right now, I'm just driving in EV mode. It's super quiet in this cabin. It is windy outside today, but I don't hear any wind coming into the cabin, any road noise with me creeping at around 14 miles per hour. But let's do 0 to 60 here, or let's just launch this thing basically. I'm gonna put it in sport mode here. I'm gonna brake boost it. Oh my God, and that's the speed limit. just 40 miles per hour, you just feel the surge of torque. It pushes you in the seat. Let's talk about the driver's assistance here. This does have Toyota Safety Sense 2.0, so it does have pre-collision with pedestrian detection. So basically this car, if it detects that someone's walking in front of you, it will put the brakes on. And also like that, it does have this large 12.3-inch display here. It also offers a heads-up display with this rearview camera mirror here. Like I mentioned from previous other reviews, if you guys do not like the rearview camera mirror, you can flip it off. If you like that, you want to use the traditional mirror, you can do so. But me personally, I'm going to leave it here on the rearview camera mirror. I wish the Venza that the Venza that I'm showing you guys right now, I wish that it actually had the Stargaze sunroof, so I can let some light into this darkened cabin, because I know this cabin does look dark because of the black color that it has. But the ride quality here is buttery smooth. I have no complaints. Miami, we don't have the best of roads, and the Venza just goes over the bumps and potholes just fine. I'm going to put it in its eco mode. I've been averaging 34.5 miles to the gallon. That's with me not even trying. This 2.5 liter four-cylinder here is very fuel efficient, and I have no complaints from the powertrain other than once you dip your foot into the throttle, it gets very buzzy. That's the only complaint that I'm going to have from this powertrain here, is that it gets super buzzy once you put your foot to the floor. Other than that, it's very fuel efficient. It gets 40 in the city, 37 on the highway, and 39 combined. Great fuel efficiency here from this 2.5 liter four-cylinder. In Toyota, they dropped that old V6 because that thing was really thirsty. I haven't tested that Venza, but just looking at previous reviews of how people were saying that it was very thirsty compared to this powertrain does wonders, because it gets really good fuel economy here compared to that old V6. And I really think Toyota should offer a prime version here of the Venza here, give it more of a sporty look. It looks really elegant, it looks very luxurious. Don't get me wrong, if you guys remove that Toyota emblem and put a L on there, no one would really know that it was a Toyota previously before you took the emblem off. And honestly, it looks really weird seeing this type of Toyota product, because Toyota, they make really good looking cars besides the Camry. I'm not a big fan of the Camry, you guys know that. Even though I filmed it like a bunch of times, I'm still not a big fan of the Camry. But the Venza looks really good. Toyota, you guys did a really good job with the exterior styling. But like I mentioned, if you guys take that Toyota badge off and put an L, this will legit look like a Lexus. And honestly, this looks very luxurious. Like I mentioned, very nice. Toyota did a really good job with the exterior styling here. Let's talk about the seating position here. I'm sitting in this really good seating position here. The seats are very supportive, they're comfortable. They're 3-level heated and cool seats, so I have no complaints from the driver's standpoint here. And you also get 37 inches of legroom in the back seat, so you can put your family in here and go on a long road trip. With all the seats folded up, you get 28.8 cubic feet of space, so that's plenty of space to put your kids' stuff in, a stroller, and maybe a couple bags. That would definitely fit back there in the cargo area. Great visibility. Like I mentioned, this does have Toyota Safety Sense 2.0. Also has blind spot monitoring, road cross traffic alert. So this vehicle is going to be souped up with Toyota's latest safety features, so it will keep you and your family safe on short or long commutes around town. I have no complaints besides that buzzy powertrain if you put your foot into it. But like I mentioned, there's no complaints from the Venza. Great fuel efficiency, especially with gas prices being high, because it's really in high demand at this point. You guys cannot go wrong looking for a hybrid car or an electric car at the moment, because as of this filming, there was a gas shortage in certain states like Georgia, Alabama, Texas, and I know having a hybrid powertrain would have been the best solution, or even electric car, because there was really a shortage in gas. But like I mentioned, you cannot go wrong with the hybrid car, because Toyota, they still offer hybrid cars. They have the hybrid Camry, just in case you don't want an SUV. They have a hybrid minivan, which is the Sienna. They have the hybrid Highlander. So there's plenty of options for everyday consumers that's looking for a new car. After spending time with the 2021 Toyota Venza Limited here, starting price for the Limited is at $42,225 with the options and accessories, including destination. The Venza stickers for $47,634. The question I asked in the beginning of the video, is a Venza worth buying? The simple answer is yes, because gas prices are going through the roof right now, and this thing is going to save you money at the pump. And of course, this vehicle does offer great tech, and also has great durability and reliability because it's a Toyota, so this thing is going to last a very long time. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Be sure to follow me on Instagram at Drive1Reviews and hit the subscribe button, and I see you all in the next video.